Smart, intelligent defensive play. He was off the ball. He saw Rowley one-on-one with Breton, and he went and double-teamed to help out Sam Rowley, and they got him out of the game.
I'll tell you, you don't want the contribution to go unnoticed, but Metcalf has been excellent tonight for Albany, playing as Rowley. Has 3 rebounds and 3 assists to help prove it.
Setting good ball screens right there for Mike Black.
Done a good job on the defensive end. Metcalf, a veteran here. The runner by Jacob Yachty. Brought down a little rain, gets him in the double figures, and it's a 7-point Albany lead with 7.5 to play. And that's going to be a foul on Devlin.
Luke Devlin, a help player, a hedge defender on that ball screen. What the floater? Watch this floater from Jake Yachty.
Yachty got it to go. Timeout on the floor. 7-point lead for the Great Danes. We take a peek into Will Brown's huddle. His Albany Great Danes were up 6 at halftime. They're up 7 here in the second half in a very intense game. A matchup of the number 4 seed Albany, the number 1 seed Stony Brook. Jacob Yachty coming up with a clutch play. The first one into double figures for Albany. It has been a battle for these teams to score, and Yachty's 1 of 6 from outside the 3-point line. But he's come up with a clutch shot or 2 in his time with the Great Danes. Still plenty of time to go in this one.
Yeah, fierce competitor, a pesky defender.
Purifoy at the free throw line. 18 fouls on Albany. The foul was on Devlin, his first. And the bonus coming up for Carson Purifoy, the freshman out of Jersey.
And we'll see the bench substitutions slow down a little bit as each coach settles into the lineup that they like in terms of finishing this game. We'll see Sam Rowley come back in for sure at some point for you, Albany.
Rowley on the bench with 4 fouls. Yachty feeds it to Metcalf. Metcalf had a little bit of an opening, didn't realize it. It's Devlin, fights it up and scores for you, Albany.
Excellent job by Luke Devlin. Just being tough, aggressive, and relentless, tight to the rim.
First points for Devlin. He becomes the 8th Great Dane to score in a low-scoring game. And another foul called on Albany. That will be team foul number 9.
Watch this, Blake Metcalf, aggressive right there. Officials pass on the charge. Luke Devlin, the Australian, just being aggressive, finding the blue sky and getting it up on the rim.
That was on Yachty, his first. 1 and 1. Anthony Jackson, the junior from Columbus, Ohio. leader on this team in threes made and attempted. He's 1 for 3 outside the three-point line here today. And now 2 for 2 from the free throw line.
Seawolves have not gotten to the line as much as they're known for, but right now 9 for 12 from the line. Again, shooting only 30% in the ball game, 33% in this second half.
Winner of this game moves on to the championship game Saturday against the University of Vermont. An Albany win means Vermont hosts the title game. A Stony Brook win means Vermont will travel to Pritchard Gym to take on the Seawolves. Mike Black, 6.5 to play. Breton out on him.
Nice job.
Black with 7 on the shot clock. Finds an open Yachty for 3.
That's what they do. A tremendous job by Michael Black. He was pushed wide by Tommy Breton on the head, but he recovered nicely and found their best three-point shooter in his favorite location, the deep corner, number 0, Jake Yachty.
Timeout, Stony Brook.
Watch the hedge right here by Tommy. Forces Mike wide, but he recovers with the dribble nicely, gets into the middle of the court, and finds the money player, Jake Yachty, behind the three-point line.
With Rowley on the bench with 4 fouls.
Just not recovery by the Seawolves. You see Tom Breton after the hedge trying to recover, didn't get enough help on the play. End zone seating is pretty good. Got a good look at that one.
So now it's an 8-point lead for Albany, and that must look like 18 with the way Stony Brook has struggled offensively tonight against Albany's defense.
And that scoring margin is as high as anybody in the America East Conference. 11.6, so this is unusual territory for the way that the Seawolves have played this season.
Do they look for Warney? They do, with Metcalf there. Metcalf again, a strong defensive play, and it's grabbed by Devlin and taken right back by Purifoy, but a foul called on, is it on Carson Purifoy? It is on Purifoy. There are 2 10s over there, needed to make sure. Mike Black is the one checking to make sure he's got all his teeth.
Yeah, there's a little bit of contact right here. Z. Jamil in the low post. What excellent defense by Blake Metcalf and his counterpart in the front court. Really doing a quality job, Luke Devlin. And in the scramble for the loose ball, some excessive contact.
Second foul on Purifoy. 16 fouls now on Stony Brook. Albany, an excellent free throw shooting team. First in the conference at 73.5% on the season. And it'll be a trip to the free throw line coming up for Mike Black. He'll shoot 1 and 1.
2 hands on the dribbler. He's a tough cover, Mike Black, but in that situation, the opposite number 10, Trey Purifoy, put 2 hands on him. That's an automatic, absolute foul in basketball. 2 hands on the dribbler.
1-1 for Mike Black. Perfect on the first. Mike, 75% on the season. He's into double figures now with 10. His first free throw attempt of the game. Rowley's been sitting for a while with the 4, but his teammates have stretched out the lead.
You know, Coach Brown could wait to the 5-minute mark or maybe the 4-minute media. Especially with the lead, he'll wait a little longer.
It's the largest lead of the night for Albany. They're up by double digits for the first time.
Extend their pressure just a little bit, not to steal, just to eat clock.
Eric McAllister on the floor. Brenton, Coley, Purifoy, Rouse. Purifoy, the freshman, can't hit, and it's Johnson who rips away a rebound.
Gary Johnson just filling a roll, giving energy, crashing to the boards.
Mike Black, as Albany works some clock here. Outside, Hooley will try a 3. In and out. And a rebound for Tommy Breton. Now Coley wants to run in transition. Takes it to the paint. A collision and a foul called on Albany.
Aggressive with the dribble in the open court.
Hooley picks up his second personal.
Watch Dave Coley with the left hand, just being aggressive. I'm going to get into the painted area and create it. Peter Hooley just can't get in front of him. Picks up the foul.
Warning getting a rest here inside of 5 minutes to go. Top post player for Stony Brook as Coley misses the free throw in his first attempt of the night.
Quite honestly, this is unusual. Usually Dave Coley 4 or 5 times a game at the free throw line. That's his first free throw when we hit the 5-minute mark in this game.
78% free throw shooter on the season. His team down by 10, less than 5 minutes to play. A trip to the championship on the line. Coley into double figures with 10. Warney has 10. Yachty leading all scorers with 14 for Albany. Scott King back into the game, along with Anthony Jackson for Stony Brook.
How about the Metcalf and Luke Devlin at the big positions, giving quality time to the Great Danes. Pete Hooley just going too fast.
Hooley with the turnover. That is the 9th turnover for Albany. They went the longest time with 3 into the second half. In a game where every possession is critical. Yachty's going to get a rest here, probably around that 4-minute timeout.
Exactly right. Bring in the high energy Gary Johnson. So they go big on the perimeter. Pick and pop. Scott King, well guarded.
Coley, and a push called on Albany. And it will be 2 free throws again for Dave Coley.
Aggressive in terms of the attack. The help defense was there. Just got to define hands, meaning get them in the air. Just move your hips and move your feet to stay in front.
That's number 3 on Hooley as Coley goes back to the free throw line. Yachty wasn't on the bench very long, was he?
I actually think he was doing offense-defense. Take Jake out of the defensive possession
already?
Yeah, I think he might have been. Here comes Sam.
Rowley comes in with the 4 fouls as Devlin goes to the bench. Good round of applause for Devlin. He and Metcalf head out. Those guys worked very hard, didn't they?
Quality minutes, great preparation on their part. Big contributions from those 2 big men off the bench tonight.
Coley comes through with a couple of free throws to make it a 7-point game. So here is Yachty with Albany on offense. Back off to Mike Black, defended by Coley, member of the all-defensive team in America East. Here comes Brenton, the defensive player of the year, to help out.
Another strong hedge by Tommy Brenton. There's another big hedge by Brenton.
Black kicks it to the corner. The 3 is on the way, and it is perfect for Peter Hooley.
Pete Hooley taking a page out of the Jake Yachty scrapbook, locating in the deep corner off the drive.
Brent with a wild shot, got it to go, and Hooley took a nasty fall. Now, he's someone who has battled concussions this year, missed 2 games, and whenever you see somebody take a hard fall like that, flat on the back, you hope he didn't hit his head as well.
I think he's saying he's okay. Jay Geiger, the trainer, right there to help him. Just kind of stunned, perhaps.
You know, Jay Geiger sprinted out onto the court to make sure. Will Brown coming out as well.
Just losing his balance. I see Tom Brenton looking down to help him out there.
Hooley sitting up. He wants to get up. He just knocked down a 3-pointer. I don't think he wants to come out of the game. He'll have to for the moment. Will step away with a timeout on the floor. 8-point game.
The 2013 America East Lacrosse Championship.
One place.
One place.
One place.
One goal.
One goal. One goal.
My colleagues and I really like being in the America East Conference because all of the campuses focus on the student athlete.
We have done a tremendous job collectively with America East, particularly when you look at graduation rates. It's stellar compared to other NCAA conferences.
We value academics, we clearly value and enjoy athletics, but we have things in proportion.
If you're looking for a conference where you can play at the highest level and study at the highest level, you can do that in America East.
Stony Brook's a really unique institution. We're one of the best public universities in the country. We're really about academic excellence. We're a research institution, so we care about generating new knowledge. And we're also really committed to economically disadvantaged students. I don't really think you could find the combination of an outstanding location right near New York City, great academics, and exciting athletics as well that Stony Brook offers. I'm Sam Stanley. Stony Brook is my school. America East is my conference.
(52-44) Albany. Peter Hooley is okay as he heads to the bench. He'll have to sit out after the trainer came out. This was a three he made a moment ago.
Watch this penetration by Mike Black into the lane. Drew the help and threw a on-the-money pass to Hooley in a spot we usually see Jake Yachty. What patience off the ball screen. Jacob Yachty with a pull-up. Jacob Yachty, watch the floater. Jacob Yachty making a defensive play. Seniors leading the way for the Great Danes.
It really has been everyone making contributions on both ends of the floor. Let's check back in with Rich.
Eric, because Albany is being so aggressive on the defensive end of the ball, Steve Peichel feels like they can have the Danes drive the ball, have the Danes follow them, and get it out open to King or someone for a three-pointer here and try to cut into this margin quickly. But once again, at the very end of that conversation, he stressed defense, defense. We have to have stops. Time is getting critical.
Yeah, no question. 8-point game, 3:40 to go now. Stony Brook is 3 of 7 from three-point land. Albany 7 of 16.
On hedge by Tommy Breton. The pick and pop to Sam. Quick ball reversal. Good recovery that time by the Seawolves.
Yachty defended by Coley. 3:20 to go. In trouble, and a timeout was called by Albany. You've said it so many times before. Once the ball starts ending up towards midcourt and over on the sideline, nothing good can happen.
Dangerous territory. That timeout came from the bench. Coach Will Brown not liking what he saw. Willing to burn a timeout, leaves him with 3 in the ball game. Short shot clock now, only 9 seconds. They've got to be heads up. Sometimes when you get in these situations, the players will forget that the shot clock is down, might rush something in the end.
Vermont knocked off UMBC in our first semifinal with a strong second half. The Catamounts advancing on to the championship game. They'll have a chance to defend their tournament championship against the winner of this game Saturday morning, 11:30. If it gets to be a free throw shooting contest, Albany very good. Stony Brook not too far behind. Albany's made 9 trips tonight.
And along with Vermont, these two teams have gotten to the free throw line all season long. We've talked about Albany having more makes at the free throw line than attempts by their opponents.
Dave Coley's going to get whistled for the foul, and it'll be 1-and-1 here for Mike Black.
Mike Black making a cut. Dave Coley in his way. You know, you can overplay, but you can't disrupt a cutter. You can't reroute cutters. You can overplay cutters, meaning you have to go with them, extend the lead arm, but you can't reroute cutters. That's what we'll see in the end here. The aggressive defense on Mike Black, the aggressive defense on Jake Yachty.
Hooley back into the game. Devlin, Johnson, Black, Hooley, and Puck, the 5 on the floor right now for Albany, but the attention is at the free throw line. 1-and-1 for senior Mike Black. Stolen away by Hooley, but then blocked and controlled by Breton. Purifoy is fouled by Mike Black.
Just what Rich reported from that Stony Brook timeout. Drive the basketball, create contact, get us to the free throw line.
Carson Purifoy, again, averaging 15 minutes a game during the season. He's played quite a bit tonight. Game on the line here. He's got 8 points, 4 of 4 from the free throw line, shooting 2, and the freshman delivers again. So here comes Rowley and Yachty. As Frank mentioned before, offense, defense. Rowley certainly with the 4 fouls. Trying to protect him as much as possible. John Puck also with 4 fouls. He's on the floor.
You can see Carson Purefoy up with Mike Black, just not going to let him touch the basketball. Jake's going to have to handle it here. Peter Hooley's going to have to handle the ball here because they're not going to let Mike Black get it back. Well, he got it there.
He's got it. Purefoy backed off. Less than 3 minutes to play. 6-point game. Albany led by 6 at halftime.
Same thing. Continuous ball screens for Mike Black. Give him the opportunity to read the hedge defender, maybe refuse the ball screen.
Now Black with 6 of the shot clock. 5. Didn't go down, but it's tipped back out. And now Black will take a quick 3. Wow, what a clutch shot by Mike Black. And a turnover. Oh, and into the hands of Brenton. Stony Brook's not done yet.
Yeah, nice
2:22 to go.
Nice deflection.
Purefoy. Oh, the freshman answers back. Timeout called by Stony Brook. How about Carson Purefoy?
Great confidence for the freshman. A huge shot, as you called it, Eric, at that other end. All season long, resiliency. Watch Mike Black using the high ball screen, continuing the stutter dribble move, but it's the rebound by Puck that makes this play happen, and the extra pass by Pete Hooley. And how about Mike Black? He started out near the rim. He had the sense when the ball was tipped back to go relook. Watch, he's near the rim right now. He sees the thing is going to be tipped out, runs to the open corner, knows there's no rotating defender there. Smart, savvy, intelligent. The Great Dane senior.
Really amazing. Mike Black on this court. A month and a half ago did not score, was struggling. Stony Brook picked up that win here at SEFCU Arena, but with so much on the line here for Albany, trying to get to the America East Championship for the 3rd time. Black is on target, has 14 points. He and Yachty, the seniors, each with 14, and Will Brown takes another timeout as the scramble was on for the basketball, and it's Yachty at the bottom of the pile.
Yeah, pressure defense by the Seawolves, not letting Mike Black get the basketball. Great Danes, as Coach Brown will talk about. Just get your spacing. You've got 3 ball handlers out there. Rowley, Hooley, Jacob Yachty, all can advance the basketball. You might look at the Rowley matchup as well in terms of advancing the basketball.
6-point Albany lead. They have the basketball with 2:05 to go. Vermont waiting to find out who they'll play. And will that game be played in Burlington or at Stony Brook?
Excellent job by the Great Danes on the backboards. This is a Stony Brook team that's been up there in rebound margin all season long. Right now, the Great Danes 37-29.
Yachty goes down, and he's limping. He's hurt. Albany's taking a couple timeouts here, and now they're going to give Yachty a moment. He's trying to come through a screen, I think. Got a Charlie horse. Let's see. Watch Yachty. He's number 0.
Knee to knee. You can see it right there. Anybody that's done that in a basketball game knows how painful that can be when you go knee to knee. He'll recover quickly. He'll get back into this ball game.
You can see he's trying to stretch it out, but he does come out of the game.
Those knees, when they hit each other, can be quite painful.
Mike Black has it. 2 minutes to play. Here in the semifinal game that has felt like a championship right from the opening tip. A spot in the championship game on the line, and Brenton gets whistled for the foul with 1:54 to go.
Yeah, unnecessary by Tommy Brenton. He could have hedged big, as he's done such a terrific job guarding the ball screener. Done an excellent job with the hedge. Didn't have to make that rush to try to strip Gary Johnson.
So Gary Johnson at the free throw line. Final 1-and-1 for Albany. That's the 9th team foul on Stony Brook. And Johnson comes through.
Confident at the free throw line, the junior college transfer from Oxnard Community College in California. Jake doesn't have to come back in. They're going on defense. He would have been coming out anyway, so they'll get another possession out of it.
Johnson, how about that?
Pressure free throws.
8 points for him. Albany as a team, 9 for 12. Purifoy brings it up. Freshman has played well here. Stony Brook is down by 8 as Purifoy on the run, doesn't get the roll, and Puck has the rebound. Jump ball, possession arrow, Stony Brook.
Jump ball, possession, Stony Brook.
Stony Brook with 1 timeout. Great Danes are playing with 2 timeouts.
Purifoy to trigger the inbound for Tommy Brenton. Brenton facing Puck with the 4 fouls.
Going to be a passer, but he'll keep going to the rim if it's there.
Spinning and scoring. Tommy Brenton for 2.
Beautiful power move by Tommy. Allows them on the made basket to get into their press.
And a timeout called by Albany. That will leave them with 1 timeout. 1 timeout remaining for Stony Brook. Albany trying to advance to the championship game for the 3rd time. The 2 times they've been in the final, they won.
Watch the power by Tommy Brenton off the spin move going after John Puck. Looking for a little bit of foul, but I think it was pretty clean defense right there. Strong, powerful Tom Brenton.
The number 4 seed, by the way, has only gone to the championship game twice in conference history. The last was Maine back in 2004. Niagara did it back in 1988. Can Albany be the 3rd number 4 seed to advance to the America East championship game?
As we talked about, only the 4th point for Tommy Brenton, 2 for 6 from the field. He's got 10 boards, but only 1 assist on the night and 2 baskets on the night for the Player of the Year.
Turnover. Coley has it for Stony Brook with Black back, and a blocking foul called on Mike Black will send Dave Coley to the free throw line in a 6-point game with 1:20 to go.
Yeah, senior Marcus Rouse created that with the deflection, leading to the steal at the other end. Dave Coley gets into the open court. Watch Marcus Rouse here, the rear pursuit, number 12, to create that steal, and a fast-breaking opportunity with Dave. Good coverage by Peter Hooley to the wing player in conversion.
Johnson coming back on for UAlbany. Yachty's on the floor. Rowley's out there. Hooley goes to the bench.
15 of 20 for the line for the Seawolves. 9 for 12 for the Great Danes. So the attempt advantage goes to the Seawolves at the free throw line.
1 of 2 for junior Dave Coley. So McAllister comes on now. Full court pressure for Stony Brook. They trail by 5 with 1:20 to go.
Not going to guard the ball. They're going to play 5-on-4 on the court. Mike Black gets free.
Do you foul yet or just play?
Well, you got to try and get a turnover. He's right on the sideline.
Up to Johnson. Johnson. A foul called on Stony Brook.
Just a reach by Albert McAllister. Went high to Gary Johnson. Might have wanted to pull the basketball out, but attacked the press nicely. They had Mike Black where they wanted him up the sideline. Gary had an inkling to take it to the basket. Albert McAllister does him a favor with the foul. Might have been a situation where you want to kill some clock. Take the easy layup, but you might want to take it and kill clock, get this game under a minute.
Johnson can't get the first free throw. Not under a minute yet. 1:11 to go as Johnson misses the first. The foul was on McAllister, his 4th personal foul.
Seawolves put Tommy Brenton, Jameel Warney in the inside positions to get this miss. If there is a miss from Gary, 68% at the free throw line.
He'll step away, now ready to shoot. One of 2 for Johnson.
We're going to see a change of defense here by the Great Danes.
Up ahead to Purifoy in the game with the game on the line. Purifoy will try a 3 and make a 3. Timeout Stony Brook. Their final timeout. Carson Purifoy rewarding his coach's decision by playing in crunch time.
Watch the play. It's a switching defense. Watch Sam switch out to him, gives him a cushion because he's worried about the drive, but Purifoy, see the switch, gives him a cushion. Purifoy pulls up from behind the line. Confidence, poise. Trey Purifoy.
His career high came against Albany, 17 points. He has 16 now tonight. 2 of 3 outside the three-point line. He's also thrown in 5 rebounds. It is a perfect 6 for 6 from the free throw line. 1:04 to go. 3-point game. Albany basketball.
Take care of the ball against the press. Get it in bounds. Stay off the sideline. Run the half-court offense. Take the shot clock down. And then go pursue the rebound with defensive balance. A shot and a miss and an offensive rebound will allow them to kill additional clock, but they don't want everybody running to the rim. They've got to get defensive balance because there's a lot of speed on the court for the Seawolves. And both teams need to keep their hands off each other in the double bonus both ways. Alternate to possession arrow goes to the Great Danes. So if there's anything on the floor, they want to try to create the jump ball because the possession will be theirs.
Albany led by 10 with 5:46 to go. It was their largest lead, but now Stony Brook has cut it to 3. The drama builds here at Sefcu Arena.
So the Seawolves are not going to press. They're going to try to stay very solid in the half-court scheme right now.
Final minute of regulation as Mike Black has it. Puck to Johnson. Albany with 1 timeout remaining. 15 to go on the shot clock.
This is just what you want if you're the Great Danes. Mike Black with the ball in the middle of the court.
Black has it, kicks it to the corner. 3-pointer, no good. Tommy Breton had the rebound, but he was fouled. And Breton was hit on his shooting arm pretty hard.
Just over the back, as we talked about, if there was a shot and a miss, and if you retrieved that offensive board, it would have been critical play, but not happening right there. A push on the play. Seawolves get to the free throw line again.
Rowley is done. That's his 5th personal foul. And Tommy Breton will head to the other end to shoot 2.
Got a deep 3. Mike Black with the penetration. Kick to the corner to Jacob. A good look at the goal right there. And just a push on the weak side. Official right there. You can see Tommy Breton trying to cover the weak side for the Stony Brook defense. And he sees Sam Rowley coming over his back there as Breton tries to grab the rebound. He'll go to the free throw line.
And when Breton banged into puck after the whistle is when he hit his right arm and was shaking that arm and is still shaking it a little bit as he gets ready to step to the free throw line. Albany couldn't have asked for a better shot. Black to Yachty, who's delivered before, and now the pressure is on Tommy Breton.
Absolutely, they've done that play so many times, the drive and the pitch. So you're absolutely right, Eric. Couldn't have asked for a better shot.
It is loud in Sefcu. Breton shooting 2. The player of the year makes the first.
His first free throw of the game.
Luke Devlin in with Rowley done for the night. Yachty, Devlin, Puck, Johnson, and Black. The 5 on the floor for Albany as Breton launches the second, and that one's good. 6 points all in the second half. Now pressure in the backcourt from Stony Brook.
Yeah, got to open up some space.
Yachty, how aggressive do they get with Devlin? And a foul called on Stony Brook as Coley came flying in to prevent Devlin from getting the layup.
Always an interesting play when you get the advantage in the end of the game against the press. Do you take the layup or not take the layup? Don't pull it out or pull it out. But Jake Yachty sees a streaking Luke Devlin. Dave Coley just goes over the top to commit the foul. Not overly excessive for a flagrant one. Shooting foul, but not a flagrant 1 foul. That is old intentional foul, which is now called flagrant 1. Important block out right now for the Seawolves. Can't allow an extra possession by the Danes.
Devlin shooting 2, makes the first.
Luke, a 77% free throw shooter. He's been a big contributor in this game, Luke Devlin.
Played just 4 minutes against Maine in the quarterfinal round, but his minutes have been up here today. He and Metcalf, big contributors. Devlin makes 1 of 2. Puck had the rebound for a split second, and now Stony Brook has an opportunity. Down by 2. They're out of timeouts. Shot clock is off.
Ball screen.
Purifoy, the freshman, in trouble. Got it back before the tie-up. Now Coley to the basket. Can't get it. A whistle and a foul called on Albany.
John Puck with the rotation across the lane to challenge the shooter. Watch Puck come on this rotation to try to block Dave Coley's shot.
Puck whistled for his 5th personal foul. Will Brown, his reaction tells you what he thinks. So we have a stoppage here for Puck to be replaced. 14.3 to go. Dave Coley will be at the free throw line with a chance to tie it. Peter Hooley back into the game for Albany. Devlin, Yachty, Black, Johnson, Hooley, the 5 on the floor for the Great Danes. Brenton, Warney, Marcus Rouse is on the floor. Coley and Purifoy for Stony Brook. 2 free throws for the junior from Brooklyn. America East 3rd team selection. Excellent defender. He's upped his offensive game and is perfect on the first free throw.
Gary Johnson, Luke Devlin now given the charge of the block out on the free throw. Got to make sure they block out the shooter as well.
Coley to tie.
Don't want to give an extra possession on a missed free throw.
Gets the roll. Clutch free throws for Coley. Albany with 1 timeout yet. Let's see if they take it. It's Black across half court. A trip to the championship on the line for Albany. Mike Black takes it to the basket. 4-2 with 2.4 to go. No timeouts for Stony Brook. Bretton to Coley with 2, with 1 at the buzzer. Albany is going to the championship game. Just to be clear, they're going to the championship, but they're celebrating like they won a championship. But what a game here at CEFCU. And the Great Danes are heading to the America East Championship game to take place at UVM. Let's take you through Mike Black, the senior coming through.
Will lead the way, the senior from Chicago. To his right hand, there was only one guy going to take the final shot. Coach Will Brown decides not to call a timeout with the tie score. Mike Black delivers, and they don't foul that desperation shot by David Coley. What a gutty effort from the home team purple. The home team was wearing their purple uniforms at home tonight. Something odd for them, but hey, this guy, Michael Black, the active leading scorer in the America East Conference, just adds 2 more points. Yikes.
That's off the miss by Coley. It would have counted if Coley made it, but it's a win for Albany, and the celebration continues here at CEFCU Arena. It's going to go on for a while, and we're not going anywhere. We'll be back to hear from the winners right after this. Wow. They're celebrating in Albany. I'm sure there's a celebration going on in Burlington, Vermont as well, as the UVM Catamounts will host the championship game. Albany will be in that game. Stony Brook dejected as they come up short here at SEFCU. And let's hear from the winners. Here's Rich.
It's a Diet Coke with a lemon, a special drink for Will Brown after this celebration, as he gets a big hug and a kiss from his wife Jamie. His son Jackson in here. Jackson's been on this court for a championship before and hoping to see one with his dad up in Vermont next week. And first off, Will, you had a timeout left, but you really feel like you had the right personnel package out there not to call it.
Well, we were small. A couple guys fouled out. You know, we really wanted to, if we call a timeout, we didn't want to allow them to set their defense up. They had the big fella Warney out there. We knew we'd be able to space him out with all of our perimeter players, and we wanted to get a flat ball screen so he didn't know which direction we were going, and we wanted Mike to choose a side and drive it hard. We didn't think Warney would be able to hedge. If he tried to hedge, we thought we'd get a foul call. Otherwise, we thought Mike could turn the corner. Good player, made a great play.
In a situation like that, when you're looking for that player to make a play, Mike Black is obviously the guy you want to have the ball in his hand.
I thought Mike was terrific. He let the game come to him tonight. I'm really proud of him. I thought he was awesome. He never forced action. He made his teammates better, and he made big shots when it mattered most. So I'm proud of Mike.
This year against top three, you guys didn't have a win. This was the time, obviously, to get it. What did you do differently tonight, and how did you keep that intensity up the entire game?
Well, our goal last week when we played at Stony Brook, they're so tough defensively, you cannot allow them to impose their will on you. They're so mentally and physically tough. We had to match that or exceed that. The difference, I thought, in this game would be we couldn't turn the ball over. We turned it over in crucial times at Stony Brook down the stretch. We made enough plays. Just wish we would have made a couple more free throws.
Congratulations, Will. Good luck at Vermont. Mike Black, you made the play. You're the senior, and you 1,500 career points. That's got to be the biggest two of your career.
Yeah, man. I'm lost for words, man. It was a big shot. Coach put the ball in my hands. You know, he knew I was going to make a play, and I delivered.
What did you see as that lane started to open up and the play started to develop in front of you? Take me through it.
The coach called a flat ball screen. Really good going to my right. I really credit this to Yachty because Yachty's a great shooter. He's been making threes all day. Cooley didn't help off him. So I just had a wide open layup, and I took it and I made it.
Never a picnic playing at Vermont, but in this situation, I'm guessing you're looking very much forward to it.
Oh, yeah, man. It's a championship, man. No excuses.
Jacob, this is worth coming back for, huh?
Yeah, I guess it was worth coming back for.
Talk about those final minutes. When it's helter-skelter, you're going up and down the court. There's so much going on all over the place. What's the calming influence on the court for you guys at that point? The senior leadership of yourself and Mike, I'm guessing.
Well, we're a lot of veterans, and we've been here. You know, we said this a lot. We've been here for the dog days, and now we're here for the hopefully glory days. You know, farthest we made it since we've been here. So, you know, we've been through a lot. So we know in these situations what the right and wrong thing to do is. And when it gets fast-paced like that, you just got to keep your cool, relax. You can't let the crowd get in your head. But we did a great job, and Mike Black's incredible. He made an amazing play. I'd love him for the rest of my life for that.
Your two toughest games this year have been against Vermont. Maybe the two poorest performances you guys have had this year. What do you do looking ahead, since I've given you a whole 30 seconds to think about it here? What do you do looking ahead to make sure that you can eliminate the mistakes that you made against Vermont in the first two games?
Yeah, no, I think at this point in the season, I said this last night, everybody knows what everybody does. So a lot of times it just comes down to execution, how hard you play. You need a little 50-50 balls to go your way. You just need a couple more shots, you know. But everybody knows what everybody does, so it's hard to really just, get some easy layups and easy shots off of plays. You know, it comes down to effort and 50-50 balls, to be honest.
1 week away, we'll see which way it goes. Congratulations. Vermont and Albany, part 3 for the America East Championship next Saturday, guys.
Oh, a lot of happy faces here, no question about it. It's seniors, Frank Sullivan, Yachty, and Black. A couple of seniors, they combined for 30 of the 61 points, and here's the game winner one more time.
Just an excellent job. There's that flat ball screen they talked about. There's Jake in the corner. You can see Dave Coley didn't want to help and give Jake that three-point shot, and Mike did a terrific job getting to the rim. You know, they talk about the end-of-game shot. Coach Brown talked about the turnovers. I'd like to talk about the defense. They were strong all night long, held a very good Stony Brook team to well under their field goal average for this season. So credit the defense, and they out-rebounded them. You know, that's what we hear at this time of year. Winning championships is defense and rebounding. That's what we saw in this semifinal game. Excellent defense, excellent rebounding from the Great Danes.
Defense wins championships. In this case, it wins you a spot in the championship game. The season is not done for Stony Brook because they won the regular season championship. They will be going to the NIT. But for Albany, they move on to the championship game to take on the University of Vermont. And Jacob Yachty talked about glory days a little bit. If you think about the glory days for Albany, maybe they've come back here a little bit, but when Jamar Wilson was the star, they won 2 titles. Both those championships were won against Vermont, one here in this building, one at Patrick Gym. So it'll be the defending champions, the Catamounts, taking on the Albany Great Danes. It was our pleasure to bring it to you. Great effort by our crew, Dave Tasca, Stas Hall, our guys behind the scenes. They did a great job even after losing an hour of sleep. So kudos to everybody for putting on a great show, and for the America East for putting on a great tournament here in conjunction with Albany. For Frank Sullivan, Rich Becker, and our crew, I'm Eric Freed. So long from Albany. The final score again, Albany 61, Stony Brook 59. Join us Saturday at 11:30 a.m. on ESPN2 for the championship. It will be Vermont and Albany at Patrick Gym. To watch this entire game on replay, as well as other games on our ESPN family of networks,